Hello, my name's David Guzman, and I grew up in a family of nine. The youngest of the nine. Have four sisters and four brothers. In the middle that I was going through my divorce, 2007, my older brother passed away, and that kind of opened my eyes. That kind of God was showing me like, look, your brother, now he's dead. But you're still alive. Um, you're suffering because you don't have your wife, but you're still alive. Uh, that kind of opened my eyes there. But I was still, I was happy that I was going to church, and I was, getting stronger in the Word of God. And that's what I was looking for. I was looking for God, and it kind of helped me, because I was helping my family as well, when they were going through the loss of my brother, especially with my mom and my dad. 2008, um, my sister passed away in a car accident, and I was the first one to be notified. I took care of my two nieces and my nephew and my brother-in-law, because my brother-in-law, he was, he was pretty hurt on the car accident, so he couldn't work. So for a whole year I was there, helping my niece and my nieces and my nephew. And I think God was showing me there, like he was preparing me for something that was gonna come. He was preparing me like to care for other people. That me, before I had this, we could call it a heart of stone. That I didn't care about no one else but just me. He was preparing me for something that I was gonna come. And for that year that I was taking care of my nieces and my brother-in-law, I kept on going to church, and I was always talking about God to everyone. In 2009, my brother, second brother, passed away, and me and my brother, with him, I was real close. I remember him when I was growing up. He used to all the time watch over me. We lived in Oxnard, in a area that a lot of gangs, and he was involved in gangs. Um, but he was always watching over me, like people not to hurt me, because I was baby brother. And at that time he was working, I was going to school, but he was always buying me stuff, for me to go to school. A couple of weeks before he passed away, me and him, we were having a talk, and on that talk that we were having, he asked me to watch over his kids. He go that he didn't have that much time here, so he wanted me, just to promise him that I was gonna watch over his kids. I received a call from a social worker that if I was the uncle of Jonathan, you know, that I needed to go pick him up. Where? Sacramento. That I have never been in Sacramento. Here was me, going to look for Jonathan in Sacramento. That I don't know where I was gonna go to look for him. Um, but I found him. I found him, where he was at, and I had to go to court, try to get him under my custody. It took me 3 months, back and forth, doing paperwork, going to courts, try to get him, and all this, like from this person that I didn't care about no one, and that everything was just about me. Here I was looking for someone, that I have never spent time with him. I have never seen him, in my life. I just knew that he was my brother's kid, but I was out there, looking for him. Well, I got custody of Jonathan in 2010, and then my other nephew, Gonzalo, Jonathan's brother, he wanted to live with us, you know. So here I go again, you know, go to court again, try to open another case so I can get custody of Gonzalo. So now I got custody of both of them, you know, Jonathan and Gonzalo. And the first year wasn't easy for me, you know, being a single parent. Well, you can call it a single parent, you know. But to raise two teenagers, to have custody, to watch over those two teenagers, it was hard, you know. But I think it was God's plan. It was God's plan since my divorce, you know, going through the divorce, losing my brothers, my sisters. I think God, it was preparing me for this, you know, for the boys and my life. I guess before, I used to, when I started going to church, I used to believe in God, what, you know, what He was doing in my life. But now that I have seen things that God has done in my life and God has done on the boys' lives, now I can say that I believe in God, and now I trust God. I trust in God that He's there helping me in my life and how to raise the boys, you know. And I trust God that God is there for the boys as well, you know. I guess that's my lunch that I had to pack. You know, my pack that lunch, it was going to make a great impact on the boy's life. So I'll ask you this: have you packed your lunch?